The following video will provide a brief overview of the process to renew your practicing license with the college. The college's new registration system or member portal, otherwise known as Alinity, is where you will log in to complete your renewal application. You can visit the college's website and click on the member portal link. Additionally, a Renewal is Open email has been sent to all registrants of the college. Follow the instructions in the video. If you are required to set up your Alinity account as you have yet to do so, please follow those instructions to verify and create your password. Once you click to open, you will enter the member portal. Please note that for testing purposes, we are using the college's test environment, which looks identical to the live website. Log in with your email address and your password that you have already set up. Once you click Login, you will see the dashboard, including announcements that are important information to share with registrants, as well as information about your upcoming renewal for 24-25. You will see an option to renew a practicing license or a non-practicing membership. If you are no longer practicing nursing, you can choose to renew non-practicing. For nurse practitioners, you will see an option to renew your NP practicing license. By renewing your NP practicing license, this will also renew your RN license. If you wish to resign your membership in good standing with the college, you can complete the Change My Registration to move to the inactive register. For the purposes of this video, we will be completing renewal of an RN practicing license. Click the Renew button. This will open the application. The first step will provide instructions and some important information that we ask that you review before starting the application, including information on the new process related to professional liability protection renewal through the Canadian Nurses Protective Society. You should complete your CMPS renewal before you begin your licensure renewal with the college. As well, this year, the college is instituting a new self-report model for your practice hours. The college has developed a fact sheet and frequently asked questions that will help guide you, along with examples of how to report your practice hours. Please review this fact sheet before you begin your renewal. Once you are ready, click Next. The renewal process has 3 steps: a profile update, your continuing competence program or CCP submission, and then your renewal where you will do your CMPS and your declarations. We will start on the profile update step. Please review all of your information carefully. Should you request a name change as you have changed your name, you will be required to provide documentation that you can upload directly to the application. This will require a review by the college before it is approved. If you have changed your address, you will be able to update your address information, along with your contact phone numbers. Under the Education section, your education on file with the college will be listed. If you have completed additional education or there is missing education, you can add it by clicking the Add button. For the purposes of this video, we will say that I have completed a master's program at Memorial University. As you start to type into the box, the corresponding schools and or employers that are associated with our system will populate and you are able to choose. If the school is not in our system, you can enter that information in the box below. You will be required to add a completion date. The next section is Other Jurisdictions. If you hold a current registration or license to practice in another jurisdiction, which would be province, territory, state, or country, you are required to disclose that information to the college. If you do not hold registration in another jurisdiction, you can proceed to the next step. For the purposes of this video, we are going to put in that I hold a nursing license in Nova Scotia, which is the Nova Scotia College of Nurses, and the effective date of that license. You can add multiple jurisdictions here as well. The college will notify you in the review of your application if you are required to provide a verification of registration document from that regulatory body before your license can be renewed. The next step is the employment section. Please review the employment information on your profile. You can add multiple employers to this section of your application. It is a requirement under the regulations that you provide all employment information, including self-employment, to the college. Your nursing employment status should be reviewed. The options to choose from are in the drop-down box. And you could add employers. If the employer already exists in our system, it will populate. If the employer is not in our system, you will be required to enter that information in the text box below. For the purposes of this video, we'll say that I work at James Paint Memorial Hospital. My employment type is that I am full-time. Preferred employment status. Your employment role, I will put that I'm a staff nurse. Area of practice. Any area of the application where there is required information, you will see a red asterisk next to it. If you have missed a section upon submission, the application will alert you to the field where you are missing information. I'll say with this employer, the date that I started. And if you have finished with an employer, you can enter an end date on your profile. Contract type. Let's say I'm a permanent employee. And a new question this year is this organization a staffing agency or a travel nursing agency, commonly referred to as? As mentioned earlier, nurses will be able to self-report their practice hours for the past licensure year. You should enter this information here. You should review the fact sheet as well that provides additional information on self-reporting. For nurse practitioners, you will see an additional field here where you can report your NP practice hours. If you hold both an RN and an NP position, you should enter the worked hours in the corresponding field. I'll say for this purposes, I've reviewed and I've worked 850 hours with this employer over the last year. If you have multiple employers, the corresponding hours with each employer should be entered. The next section of the profile update is consents. Please review each of these carefully and provide your answer, yes or no, if you are providing consent. You can then click Next to proceed to step 2 of the application. At any time, you can click the Save for Later button if you want to step away from your application and return at a future time to complete it. Step 2 is your continuing competency program. All registered nurses and nurse practitioners renewing a practicing license are required to complete the CCP program. The corresponding number of learning activity hours will be noted in the requirements section of your application. The number of hours that you have logged already under the My Learning section and the number of outstanding. If you have yet to complete your CCP, you are able to do so here during your renewal on the CCP step. You will be required to add a new activity, enter the completion date, the number of hours, minutes, the type of activity or activity description, the learning impact, and the summative evaluation section. Once you have met all requirements, you must click the Next button to proceed to the third step. Step 3 contains your Canadian Nurses Protective Society Professional Liability Protection Renewal Confirmation and Declarations. If you have completed CMPS already, you will be able to click the Click Me button, and we will verify that you have the appropriate liability protection coverage for renewal of your license. If you have not completed your CNPS renewal, you must click the CMPS button to open the CMPS page where you must log into your CMPS account and complete your renewal of your PLP for the upcoming licensure year. Once you have completed this, you can return to the application, click Me button, and your PLP will be confirmed. For the purposes of this training video, we've received a non-confirmation, but we're able to proceed. Review the declarations. You'll be required to answer these questions. Please review them carefully, as well as review the declarations, which you must declare each declaration. Once you are ready to complete your application, you will click the Submit button. If for whatever reason you wish to withdraw your application, clicking Withdraw will erase all of your answers and you will be required to start again should you wish to proceed with your renewal in the future. Once you click the Submit button, you will receive a verification of payment page. If the college has already received your payment through an employer payroll deduction program, you will not be prompted for payment and your application will submit. If you are required to make payment, you'll be presented with an online payment screen where you can enter your credit card information to complete your purchase and pay the licensure fee. If you have any reason that your application needs to be reviewed, college staff must review your application and approve it before your licensure membership renewal is become effective. Otherwise, if there is no reason for your application to be reviewed, your application will be processed automatically and your license or membership will be processed. To verify your licensure status once submitted, at any point in time, you can return to the home section of the dashboard, and under the active permit section, you will see your licensure status. Once your 24-25 license is processed, you will see the license will have an effective date of April 1st, 2024 and expiry of March 31st, 2025. You can also verify your license at any point in time by going to the college's main website underneath the member search section for the public directory, where you are able to search by your first and last name. The college also has additional resources related to renewal on the main website underneath the registration and renewal section. Thank you